Hello everybody, I know it's been a long time since my last narration, but today I'll be narrating one of my older stories from about 2 years ago, the things I've learned and how. Please enjoy. The date was October 29th, 2018. It was one day before Halloween, the day before I found out what I'd done. Honest to God, I wish I could forget what I came to know. But what I just discovered must be shared. Perhaps it would be a weight off my back, knowing that I'm not the only one who knows. On October 29th, 2018, I unearthed knowledge that people have been seeking all their lives, possibly the biggest question of them all. I'm both terrified and saddened by what I know now. Most people would think if you discovered something so important, you would be ecstatic, but this is different. To anyone who is reading, you're probably curious to what I found out. But I finally found the answer to what happens after death. I took it apart in an experiment called the White Angel, TWA for short. TWA was a very secretive operation, run by a group of scientists and doctors. I believe worked for the government. I'm not too sure. They searched for people with low income and asked them to join the experiment for large amounts of cash. The only catch? We would lose our lives. I didn't care too much due to me not having family and I'd recently lost my job. So, I agreed. On October 29, 2018, I took part in their experiments. There were at least 20 other people taking part in the experiment. The plan was to have our hearts stop, then start it back up a couple minutes later. We would then describe what we experienced or felt. They walked me to a table. I lied down, and they stuck a needle into my arm, pumping a strange black liquid into it. A couple of minutes later, everything started to fade to black. I soon departed from the world that we knew. When I awoke, I found I was standing in a place of fire and brimstone. I was so terrified. There were people around me, naked, walking towards a door made out of bones in front of me. I followed the crowd hesitantly. When I came across the door, I saw there was a text located above it. It read, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." I finally knew where I was. This was not no golden gates. This was hell. Knowing there was no way to turn back, I accepted my fate and walked through the gates, only to find a city of the damned. A strange liquid rained from the sky, one that burned our skin on touch, and stained it deep crimson. Those around me seemed not to be bothered by it, seemingly used to the hellish substance. This liquid stained each and every one it touched, creating a melancholy army of wanderers with demonic red skin. I could hear screams from ahead. The sounds of so many poor souls screaming made me feel as if my eardrums were going to be ruptured. Even though their screams did not stop, it seems as if my ears began to get used to the pain. There seemed to be people here not entering the gate. I could hear the people asking, "What lies ahead?" I heard them answer, "Satan's kingdom." I stood there for a while, looking ahead past the souls of the damned. They were all marching towards what looked to be a city. It looked to be made of brimstone. I joined the others and walked forth towards the city, knowing there was nothing for me behind me. The place shook as if there was massive earthquakes happening, but I discovered it was something far worse. Close nearby the city, colossus-sized beings roamed the fiery wasteland, crushing and destroying in their path. I made sure to stay out of their way. I finally made it to what people called Satan's kingdom. It is a place I called my home for a very long time. I've done a lot of bad things in my life, so I know this is where I belonged. I made money not in an average way. I scam people, and would time to time steal from people just to be able to support myself, because it was too hard to get even a little bit of cash. When I entered the Inferno, I entered the city of the damned. also known as Satan's kingdom. In a place ruled by hell's creatures. In a place ruled by hell's creatures, you have to learn how to survive quickly and how to protect yourself. I lived in hell for 4 centuries. I know that seems like a lot of time, which it is, but hell is a lot weirder than anyone could think. You don't get bored or go insane. The place seems to have a mind of its own. It constantly wants you to be afraid and in pain. So the last thing it wants from you is to forget the feeling of torment. This made being there worse. When I had first entered the city, I expected to be taken away, forced into a place forever, to be tortured, but it was different. The City of the Damned is a place full of creatures living in hell, and just normal people. Not normal in the sense of being civilized. The most civilized thing you can encounter in hell is someone not bashing the other one person's head in. I questioned why people would hurt each other if there was no one trying to hurt us besides hell's creatures walking around. Why? Why would we attack each other for eternity, making our new lives torture in the fiery wasteland? I found out why, quickly. In hell, there is a ranking system. For however many people you kill, the higher you rank up, making you stronger. Randomly, after killing any number of people, you have the chance for your body to mutate in a sense. This would allow you to be able to fight easier, or make your stay in hell easier. We don't just kill to get stronger. We kill because killing's freedom. Every kill gives the people of hell relief, because they are closer to their goal. That goal is reincarnation, and to live a happy life on earth, instead of spending eternity in pain and suffering. When you hit that certain amount of kills, you get a deal. Stay in hell, and help rule, or reincarnate. The person who gives you this deal is God. No, not the devil. Because in the world, there is a God, but he is not a God of love. Once I found out about this, I learned to fight and how to become a killing machine. My goal was reincarnation. In hell, everyone is all around the same age, usually in their mid-20s. I believe it is to help at least people fight. I'm not too sure. I know it seems weird that hell would do this, but what can I say? It took me a couple of years there to learn to fight. I have died countless of times, and I would just awaken at those gates. You do not need food in hell, which causes people to be irritated, because we still have the feeling of hunger. Starvation can make people go crazy. I've seen people cannibalize to try to stop the endless feeling of hunger. I've even tried it once myself. There are no rules in hell, no punishments, because being here is the punishment, which means there is no judgment for the things you do, no one telling you from right or wrong. Due to me being short, I'm good at being silent and unnoticed. In a place full of pain and people looking out to kill for power, helped me out a lot. There are groups in hell, for example, murderers. People that were already good at killing before getting here have it a lot easier than more than half of the people who arrive. No matter what, everyone comes here with their knowledge. People group up with people like them to slaughter countless of people for fun, not to come back to live again, just to cause pain. The only way to reincarnate is to kill, so I joined one of these groups. I helped kill hundreds of people. I learned to use my size as my advantage and use it to sneak up on people and attack them. After maybe 20-something years, I mutated. I had gained the abilities to climb walls. And I'll tell you this, mutating is not something you can't feel. You feel as if your whole body is on fire from the inside. I can tell you this hurts like a bitch, but in this place, I've experienced worse. The ability to climb walls helped me sneak throughout the city. I could catch people looking to hide off guard and attack. This gave me the nickname, the Spider. I was known around the city of the Dam. My new skills helped me slaughter hundreds of people. I feel bad and I don't at the same time, because we're all striving for the same goal. In hell, you have to embrace the inferno. You learn to accept the things you have done and adapt to the world you are thrown into. I learned to enjoy my work and embrace the name Spider in the act of killing. I challenged myself to become better, depending on the person I tried to use a different weapon. I used my fist to attack my enemies, mastering the ways of hand-to-hand combat. I'm not proud of the things I've done, but it was the only way I could escape.